Tell us about an achievement or something that you've accomplished here at Wausau West that you're most proud of.
Ooh. I'd have to say almost every year. I think I'm most proud of the yearbook coming out because that's something... Actually, no, can I go back? Because there's something new that just came. I'd say that probably one of my proudest moments is getting one of the awards for being like an outstanding student in a certain field, and I got the award for Spanish, which really surprised me because I didn't think that I was going to keep going on with Spanish. I'm currently taking the AP class, but with that award, actually just this past year, I got it. I know, it's just kind of showed me just how all this hard work is really paying off now. So.
Now, is Spanish an area where you didn't know the language, where you started really at ground zero and had to learn everything new while you were here in high school?
Yep, well, we did the classes in middle school. You could either choose from Spanish, German, or French, and I decided to go Spanish because my brother did Spanish, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to just try it. But then as the years went on, it was just a fun class to, participate in. It was interesting to, be able to speak a new language and stuff, so just really caught my attention to keep going on.
But you're also very proud of the really great yearbook that you put out.
Yes, I am as well. And that's just a fun thing because I'm in the class pub lab, which does yearbook and magazine, and it's just cool to see at the end of every single year what we've created from scratch because, we are the people that take all these interviews and these photos and we put them together to make something that everyone else can enjoy, which is really, really satisfactory.
Maybe it's Spanish or maybe it's something else. Is there a class that you can think back on that you knew that you really had to work your hardest in order to get a good grade?
Either Spanish or math, because those two are just kind of tricky. But with Spanish, it was hard just with everything and, learning the new grammar and, a new language. It was a little stressful, but math, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's not. It's one of those things where I can either get it or I don't. So when I don't get it, I really push myself forward to make sure that eventually I do, which helps that, with math, there's only usually one right answer compared to English or something else.
Tell me about one or two teachers that have made a difference or have made an impact on you in your time here.
Definitely Mrs. Newton. She's the head of Pub Lab. She's been like our mama bear for the past 4 years, so she has really, really pushed me to be my greatest and stuff. And probably Senora, Mrs. Weber, who is a Spanish teacher, and she also kind of does the same thing. Those classes have kind of felt somewhat of families for the last couple of years.
What are some of your extracurriculars or some of your outside interests?
Ooh, well, I am in dance. I take dance classes at DDH, Dance Academy, and I've been doing that for 15 years now. So that's normally every single night after school, except for Fridays. But as competition season comes up, we're doing that more often and more often. And then I do stuff for NHS outside of school. I mean, that's with the school, but volunteering opportunities and all that. We help out with the community, which is really fun, and I like to do those. But
yeah, we've interviewed some student athletes who'll talk about the time they have to balance between their sports and their academics. Dance is probably the same way. How do you strike that balance between you want to be really good at this outside activity and yet you have to be really good in school also?
A lot of coffee and a lack of sleep. It just helps to get a schedule and find out what works best with that schedule to, label okay, I have school here to here, I have this amount of time to study before I go to dance, I can come home and then I have this amount of time to study. And it's kind of flexible, but for me it just kind of works out that way where if I have a mental set, I'm able to work with that and it just helps out a lot.
We found in talking to the best students in the area that they usually have very good things to say about their high school, that they liked their high school experience. What advice would you give to a principal or a school administrator on how to make the high school experience better for more students?
Ooh, how to make it better? I'd say, right here in Wausau West, I've really enjoyed the whole experience, and I like how they let us interact with each other. With our off mods and stuff, and having the commons and other resource centers to that. So I guess I just keep saying, let that happen, and obviously restrain it, stop the fights in the commons. But with all that stuff, the opportunities to learn about your fellow classmates and all the diversity here and just different stories and stuff. That's it's a gift to have in high school. So definitely keep doing that, and that'll be a perfect experience.
What are your plans for the future?
I am planning to study at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. I am going to be a double major in dance and film. So hopefully, I would like to go off to the East Coast somewhere and just, I don't know, just continue storytelling, because I found a really deep love for those kind of depictions and like ways to tell stories. So it's a little open-ended, but that's the plan so far.
That's an interesting way to put it. Storytelling through expression, through the arts.
Yes, yep. Ever since I was little, you know, dance was obviously so much fun. Ever since my mom just plopped me in there with a tutu, I was like, yep, this is for me. But and recently too, I do like to make videos, and I went to a workshop over the summer for video production, and it just fascinates me how we interact with each other, like I said earlier, and how we can capture those stories and like what those stories may lead to.
Congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you very much.